Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you here is not just a story, it is a geopolitical earthquake. Yes, it is. Brace yourself for an impact. Let's do it. President Donald Trump has signed a deal to deport migrants to Rwanda. Yes, that's right, to Rwanda, the same Rwanda that Britain spent $7 million on, only to walk away from the plan. Now Trump has come in, sweeping the key away, and guess what? He's taking it. That's right, he will use it. Yeah, and you guys might be like, Barack, don't exaggerate it. It's not that bad. It's just a policy. No, it's not a policy. This embarrasses us. This is a humiliation to the UK, to Starmer, and for the global migration diplomacy that we've been trying to figure out for very long. I'm going to try to break it down here. Give me time. It's frustrating, but let's do it. So Trump's administration has signed a deal to deport 250 failed asylum seekers to Rwanda. These migrants will be housed in facilities like Hope Hostel, paid by the UK taxpayers. Yeah, paid by the UK taxpayers under Conservative. The scheme to deport people to Rwanda. And of course, Rwanda has the final say of who gets approved or who gets accepted. Those who are approved, the migrants that are approved to go to Rwanda will receive. Listen to what they'll receive. They'll receive workforce training, healthcare, and accommodation support. Just a quick pause, guys. I need your help. We need your help because this machine have tried everything. They've deplatformed us once. They've shadow banned us, as you can see from the views. Blacklisted us, and the channel remains demonetized. You want to know why? Because we report on something that they don't want you to know. But guess what? We're still here. We're still standing, broadcasting raw, unfiltered truth right through the technocrat machine that they want you to live in. They want your system. They want everybody to live in this machine, so then they can surveil and control and see what you're saying, see what you're not saying. But we resist that. But I have to be honest with you. Yeah, we are running a little bit thin, and we need your help to keep this channel alive. Because the bills, they can't pay themselves, as we already know it. The system, the server, the little crew that we got, the little studio that we have right now, it's all powered by you. All the donation that we get, it keeps this alive. This keeps the crew alive. And yes, I get it. They want to silence us. They want to shut down the show. Because, yeah, it's the last firewall between you and the psychological warfare that they call news. Because we tell the truth. We don't control the news. We give it to you raw and you make your own decision with it. But here's the good news though, because there's many of us than them. Because we got a lot of freedom-loving warriors here listening to us like you. So I'm asking you, every listener who can chip in a few quid a month or once, not only gonna make us survive, but expand the team and expand the mission. So I'm asking you to keep us on air, keep the mission alive, and keep this voice on chain. Not just my voice, many other people who are asking for help too. So if you're able to, if you can, go to the link in the description, the first link in the description, just leave something, leave a donation. It could be 50p, it could be £50, 500, it could be anything. We appreciate it. And I want you to know this is not charity, this is a resistance. We're not here to beg, we're here to fight, as you already been seeing us fight. But with your help, we win, and we always win, always. Let's get back into the video. Yes, this is not just one of those deportation like, hey, we're going to send you back. No, this is a full settlement package. It's happening in the infrastructure that Britain built and never used. Yes, are you feeling angry? Because I am. Anyways, let's carry on with the story. The UK's Rwanda plan was scrapped by the new elected Prime Minister Keir Starmer on day one in office. Yes, day one, I remember that. July 5th, he scrapped it. Literally, he didn't even get to sleep. He scrapped it. Quick.
Sea patrols go on, but the people smuggling doesn't stop. More migrants landing in Dover today. And the Labour leader here too, setting out his plan to stop the boats with his newest recruit, ex-Tory MP Natalie Elphicke, front and centre.
It's clear that Rishi Sunak has failed to keep our borders secure and cannot be trusted.
No planes, no third country, no talk of a deterrent. The former chief prosecutor reframing the small boats issue around law and order.
A new approach to small boat crossings that will secure Britain's borders, prevent the exploitation by tackling it upstream, and smash the criminal smuggling gangs.
The prize of appearing with his new MP in this coastal community outweighing the icy reception she's had from some Labour colleagues. Migration a clear dividing line now between Labour and the government. You just said that you are going to end the Rwanda scheme, flights and all. So to be clear, you won't schedule any new flights should you win power, but you won't cancel those already scheduled?
No, there'll be no flights. Every flight that takes off carries with it a cheque to the Rwanda government. I want to scrap the scheme, so that means the flights won't be going, and use the money towards the command, the law enforcement command that I think is vital to taking down the gangs that are running the vile trade of putting people in small boats to cross the channel. We're going to scrap the scheme. We're not going to schedule flights. There will be no flights scheduled or taking off after the general election if Labour wins that general election.
Okay, that's new, so you'll actually cancel flights. No flights taking off if you win.
I think the scheme is a gimmick. I'm not flogging a dead horse. I'm not prepared to do government by gimmicks.
No flights take off under a Keir Starmer government from day one.
No flights, no Rwanda scheme, it's a gimmick.
Natalie Elphicke was by your side today. She's insulted you personally and Labour. She's defended a convicted sex offender and criticised the victims of sexual assault.
Natalie Elphicke has been very clear about why she has crossed the floor. She says the Conservatives are a byword of incompetence and only Labour can take the country forward.
You're ruthless, aren't you?
Yes, I'm ruthless in trying to ensure we have a Labour government that can change this country for the better.
Only 4 migrants were ever sent to those places that we built. The Supreme Court in the UK ruled against Rwanda, saying that Rwanda was not a safe third country for asylum seekers. That's what they said. So let me try and get this straight, yeah? So Britain spent £700 million, builds the infrastructure, then cancel the plans because, hey, we just realized this country is not safe. And now Trump is going to use it. Guys, that's not incompetency. Obviously it is, but it's not just incompetency. It's far more than that. This is self-sabotaging. It is. Because we see migrants crossing the channel every single day. Hundreds to 1,000 now. But guess what? We like, hey, no, that country is not safe. This country is safe. Let them come here, right? And how is this possible? How will Trump be able to use this? How is this possible? What powers does Trump have? Well, Trump's new one big beautiful bill allocates 45 billion for detention centers, as you've been seeing them building these detention centers around US where they can put these guys in detention centers until they figure out how to deport them. Yeah, so 45 billion were allocated into that. 4.1 billion was allocated for ICE hiring, so ICE can expand its infrastructure to be able to find these guys and arrest these guys. And they also invested 2.1 billion for bonuses. Now, the Supreme Court in US ruled in favor of third countries deportation. So we said no. Third country is not safe, but America says yes, it's safe. And guess what? They ruled even if migrants do not consent to. Yes, if a migrant is caught and they're like, hey, we're going to send you to Rwanda, and the migrant says, no, I don't want to go. But guess what? It gives Trump the power to deport even if they don't consent to it. Yeah, that's somebody on the job, right? That's why when somebody's working, that's what they do when they work. When they have a plan to deport somebody, that's what they do. But guess what? Rwanda is not the only country lining up to take the money. There's other countries who are also accepting deportees. Yes, other countries are coming in and be like, hey, give us to us, give us the money. And countries like South Sudan, Eswatini, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Panama, these are just countries that are coming up saying, hey, we're going to take them too. Send us the money. We're going to take them. So I'm trying to get this clear, right? So let's get this clear. Of course, this is global outsourcing of migration enforcement. Trump is turning Africa into a holding pen for America's unwanted. And Rwanda is cashing in. They're taking it. They're like, yeah, give it to us. Yeah, how many billions? Yeah, give it. Millions? Yeah, give it. Even you can build here if you're not going to use Britain. Just give us the money. It's basically what it is. Of course, critics came in. A lot of them. Some of them are warning of lack of due process, language barriers, risk of torture or abuse.
Your Excellencies, Madam High Commissioner, Madam Ambassador, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would first like to thank you for inviting me to participate in the commemoration ceremony of the Rwanda genocide. I wish I could be with you in person, but I will be participating in the commemoration taking place in New York later this afternoon. 16 years ago, today, violence was unleashed that led to the horrific deaths of approximately 800,000 innocent people. Today, we remember the victims of the Rwanda genocide and their surviving families as we continue to work to achieve justice, peace, and reconciliation in Rwanda, and to prevent genocide from occurring again anywhere in the world. The Rwandan genocide left an indelible imprint on me personally. I went to Rwanda 3 months after the genocide in my capacity as representative of the UN Secretary General on internally displaced persons, and visited a church that was the scene of one of the worst atrocities. My helicopter landed some 100 yards away in the rain and mud, in the archway to the churchyard, and in front of the rooms adjacent to it, bodies remained piled up where people fell to their death. It was impossible to get into the churchyard without stepping on bodies, and bodies spotted the churchyard, and more bodies remained scattered inside the church. It was impossible to believe that human beings were capable of such brutality against other human beings. Remembering the violence means acknowledging the victims, but also calling attention to the survivors and the difficulties and struggles they continue to face. If I remain haunted by my experience in Rwanda after the genocide, how have the lives of the survivors been affected? We owe them our recognition and respect for having the courage to endure the trauma, to bear witness, and to participate as citizens of Rwanda and of the world.
The Rwanda human rights record under scrutiny right now, accusing Trump of using Africa as a dumping ground. Now, this is not just about migration. This is about sovereignty. It's about ethics, and it's about the willingness of the West offloading its problem into a nation with fewer resources and less global clout. I mean, of course, they want money, so they're gonna take it. Now, of course, a Rwanda spokesperson has come in and said that our societal value are founded on reintegration and rehabilitation. That's what Yolande Makolo has said from Rwanda. And the UK is saying, from the Conservative, James Cleverly, says that Labour wasted our money and the US is now making use of it, says James Cleverly. But the Labour Party also is trying to win some political ground here, because they know this is bad, they know this is blowing up on their face, so they're trying to say something. Yvette Cooper, the Home Office right now, says that we want to see returns take place in a matter of weeks. I don't know if that's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it could be 20 weeks, it could be 50 weeks, but in a matter of weeks, she says. Very vague, but she wants to win some ground here, right? Yeah, give her some ground, right? She wants to win some political points. She does. Guys, these are not just sound bites. They are receipts that the UK is scrambling to fix its migration crisis. While Trump is executing, yes, he's writing big bills, passing it through. to use the same abandoned assets, the same resources that we built and giving away. Trump is executing it fast and hard. So what does this mean? Well, it means that global migration game has changed. Yes, fully it's changed. Trump is writing rules. Britain is obviously been outplayed. And Rwanda is rising as a strategic player. Yes, Rwanda is making friendship. Yeah, it's making friends with the biggest and the most powerful country in the world, United States of America. And the rest of the world is watching. They're watching and they're waiting. They're wondering who will be next. Because other countries like South Sudan are like, hey, I'll be the next Rwanda for you. The question is, for Britain, will Labour go back to the Rwanda plan? Because it seemed like tackling the gang is not working for them. And if you think this video is about deportation, nah. It's about masterclass in power politics. And if you are not paying attention, yeah, you are behind. And right now, Great Britain, we are behind. And that's why Yvette Cooper is scrambling, wanting to win some ground, because she knows Great Britain is behind, even though we started it. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Baraka Show. I tried to explain this to you. I hope you got some knowledge from it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, hand to the head salute. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You've been silenced for very long, and every time you try to resist, they put you in jail. For my children. You've controlled your mind for so long to the point where you let them decide what your kids should learn, what gender they will be. And now you've let them to come for the whole nation, destroying what Britain once stood up for. They use this media machine not to report the facts to you, but to tell you what to think and what you should do.
Always be careful.
They're hiding the facts behind the noise, and they're recruiting pedophiles to tell you how to behave. And these politicians you meant to protect you, they're out there smashing your head on the ground. And no jail time for them. This road we've been on has been very dark for a very long time, and it's time to shine a light on the truth and advocate for justice. We the people make the nation, and if we don't stand up and advocate for justice, then we certainly won't make this nation great again. So we have to create a place for that, a place that can contribute to a more informed society. And that place is Next Frontier Media.